Hey everyone, my name is Wedge, and we're like halfway through Eternal Masters preview season, and I'm not sure I can take much more. In case you missed previous videos where we reveal our exclusive spoilers or our other Eternal Masters recap videos, you can click right here. It'll bring you right to the playlist, super easy. Without further ado, get ready for some ridiculousness. You're not ready. Well, now we're getting serious. Nevinyrral's disc is making a return. I don't care about its lack of financial value. This is made for limited, and its inclusion makes perfect sense. From what we're seeing so far, Eternal Masters looks like a mini-cube. Honestly, disc is a premier cube card and commander card. While it isn't super expensive, it deserves a spot in the set, for sure. Also, it'll be nice to get a foil version that isn't a From the Vault, so that's cool. Unexpectedly Absent is making a surprise return. It's only ever had one printing in Commander 2013, but despite that, the price isn't all that high, around $1. What's cool is that this is the first time you'll be able to get foil copies, which I know will make Lincivy players happy. Also, Rune, Heliod, Daxos. There are plenty of places this card goes. Also, and probably the cheekiest thing about this card, you can tuck something in response to a fetch land and then they shuffle it away. That's just funny. The shenanigans are so strong right now. Counterspell is back at common, and with amazing art. Is this a dream? Have I died? I think so. There's no way this is real. Oh, yes. No more this stupid confirmed suspicions, cancel, dissipate, blah. Counterspell. Good old OG Counterspell. And look at that art. The set right now. I need at least 35 of them in foil. At least, just minimum. I do not have a problem. It's so pretty. We've entered a whole other level now. Prodigal Sorcerer with new art? I'm not sure how to feel about this. Honestly, I don't know. I think it's friggin' awesome that the Sorcerer is back. That's the best throwback I've seen so far, but I mean, the old art is gone. This new guy doesn't even have the hat game on lock. Is that okay? Honestly, whatever. Lord Tim, lead us to limited salvation. Cabal Therapy is back. If you remember a few months ago, we made a few videos about the top 10 cards that needed to be printed in Eternal Masters. Links, right here. Anyways, Cabal Therapy topped our commons/uncommons list. This is the actual perfect reprint, slam dunk, one of the best in this set easily. While the card isn't uncommon, it costs over $10 right now due to its criminally large playability in both Legacy and Vintage, in addition to its relatively low print run. It's only ever had a real print in Judgment and then limited runs as a promo and in the premium deck Graveborn. Dredge players must be freaking out, as they should. This is legit the best uncommon in the entire game to reprint. Wizards is on point right now. This is beyond impressive, and it isn't even rare shifted. That's so sick. Him to Tourach, are you kidding? Him to Tourach, there goes limited. God, if you've never played against Him to Tourach before, it's just the most brutal discard spell since Mind Twist. This is the first foil printing since the From the Vault, so that's nice. But the real value here is in limited. Him is a pretty huge bomb there. That's why it has to be uncommon. It was printed at uncommon in Vintage Masters on Magic Online for a reason. Just way too good to print it at common, like it originally was. Another solid reprint, I'll take it. Talk about throwback, Ichorid has returned in all of its disgusting glory. Man, this art is gross. Anyways, if you've never played against Ichorid before, the card's brutal. It can easily steal games in limited. A 3-1 that keeps coming back with haste is nothing to mess with. This is also a pretty clear sign that some type of dredge shenanigans will be a thing in the set. Otherwise, Ichorid makes legit no sense whatsoever. So while the card is around $7 and the reprint is actually kinda nice, the real value here is the sign that there is more graveyard tomfoolery at play here. Chain Lightning, yes, I'm not even a burn player and I'm excited. They didn't even freak out and make it a rare. It's fairly moved to uncommon, yes. This $10 burn spell is finally accessible to everyone and they kept the Fire and Lightning deck art. I can take it. Chain Lightning sees play in Burn and Delver Legacy strategies, as well as a ton of Pauper variants, since it was originally printed at Common all the way back in Legends. Nice little reprint here. Definitely increasing the card quality of the uncommon slot, which is exactly what they need to do to make the set truly successful. Dualcaster Mage is back again. Okay, Wizards, I understand you're trying to make Dualcaster Mage a thing. Snapcaster Mage is too broken. I get it, I really do, but I mean, stop, Dualcaster Mage isn't going to be a thing. It just isn't. I'm sorry, but it isn't. This is one of the first rares where I'm basically like, yeah, really hope I don't open this. At least the rest of this set is filled with so much value it hurts. Rorix Bladewing is coming back. What? This I did not expect. Now, while this card isn't included because of its power, it has to be included because of its historical relevance, right? For anyone playing back during the time of Onslaught, there was a cycle of pit fighters. All of them were relatively powerful. Rorix specifically got attention as being the first outright dragon upgrade to Shivan Dragon. There were candidates before, obviously, but Rorix, this was the big one. I actually really like the throwback here. It's a nice ode to Onslaught. And guys, Blessing is back. The main reason I'm excited for this is the artwork. I'm really happy they kept the Rebecca Gay artwork. I'm super excited to get a real foil printing of this that isn't an Arena old school foil. Now the card isn't worth a whole lot, but it's still around 50 cents and it hoses any type of mill strategy and limited, so could be worse, not a bad uncommon. Hey Commander players, you know what feels good? When a commander stops being $1 billion. Say hello to Maelstrom Wanderer and all of its beautiful glory. The $20 commander has only ever been printed twice, and one of those times in Commander's arsenal, so it's more like $30. And it's coming back with such sick art. Seriously, this card is going to look amazing in foil. It has to. Look at those colors. This is a great Mythic shout out to Commander players. I can't think of one person who would be upset about this. The Wanderer is exactly the kind of Commander reprint this set needed. 10 out of 10. I'm convinced that Wizards is making up for every mistake they made with Modern Masters 2 by printing legit everything in Eternal Masters. Shardless Agent is coming back. The staple in Legacy that cost $20 is finally getting a reprint. This means a few things. First, we can finally get the agent in foil. It's the definition of awesome. Second, it did open the card up to being rare shifted, which it was. Now before you get mad, the only real printing of the card was in Planechase 2012, where it was an uncommon, but that's Planechase. It being an uncommon wasn't even real. You should be happy this card got a reprint at all. Just be happy it's a rare. It isn't going to be that expensive, and this printing will certainly nuke its price. Get excited for affordable agents. This set though, who could possibly be upset at this point? It's unreal. Vindicate, the bonkers powerful removal spell from Invasion Block, is finally getting a real reprint. Since Apocalypse, it's only ever been printed as a Judge promo. That is no longer true. Vindicate is back, which means that the $10 card should take a bit of a hit, but the number of Commander players asking for this card to come back makes it totally worth it. Every white-black deck I can think of that wants a good removal spell is running Vindicate if they can afford it. Now, most players should be able to afford it. Another great reprint. The set is on a serious tear right now. Another day, another set of amazing Eternal Masters previews. What do you think? Is the set turning out the way you wanted it to? I won't lie, as soon as Shardless Agent and Cabal Therapy were announced, I knew good things were happening. What cards are left that you want printed? Can you even justify more value in this set? There are so many cards that so many players need. If you look at the set right now, there really isn't a huge amount of bulk in the rare slot. Obviously, more will be announced, but you got to admit, this is far less than we're used to, right? I love it. Let me know what you think. As always, subscribe for the latest and most reliable Eternal Masters spoiler information you could ever need. This is the Manosaurus. I'm Wedge. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. This video is brought to you in part by TCGplayer.com. I'm sure all of them are freaking out about Eternal Masters just as much as we are. I would talk about cards you should buy right now, but honestly, everyone just cares about Eternal Masters, so here are some boxes from TCG Player. $312 right now. Still the best you're going to get on the internet. If you really like the set and you're hedging, this is your time. Good luck. Enjoy.
Wow.